You've got a P0420 or a P0430 car on your Corvette or a lot of other Chevys, Cadillacs, and GMCs, particularly trucks. Here's what more than likely is your problem. Hey guys, how are you? So I just wanted to make this really quick video about something I just recently saw, about something that I actually meant to make a video on a little while ago, but just never got around to it, never thought of it. And that is affecting any C7 or most other cars, but mostly the C7, whenever you get a P0420 code or a P0430, a P0420 or a P0430. This is usually a code that comes up for a catalytic converter failure or a catalyst inefficiency. Most of the time when I've seen this, just based on my experience, the code is usually set due to an actual bad catalytic converter. What usually happens is there's some sort of precursor as to when this happens. There's some sort of misfire or something else going wrong that causes stuff to build up kind of in the catalytic converters, causing it to get clogged up and fail. So if you have, say for example, a misfire on the driver's side of your car, and then you fix that misfire, but then you have a catalytic converter failure on that same side of the car, P0420 on the driver's side, chances are that misfire gunked up the catalytic converter and is what caused it to fail. And the replacement, the fix for this is a replacement of a catalytic converter. Most warranties cover this up to about 8 years or 80,000 miles, depending on federal regulations or where you are. So usually if you have a car within these limits, the dealer should take care of it. So, but check with your local dealer just in case. Now, the other thing I'll say is that there is also another condition specifically on the Corvettes, and is related to Technical Service Bulletin, I believe it's 16-NA111. So what that is if you replaced your engine air filter recently, or put on maybe like one of those GM Performance cold air intakes, if it's not seated properly, debris and junk can kind of get in there, and then it'll make its way down to the exhaust and clog everything up, or sit on the O2 sensors, and it'll cause that code as well too. But that's something that needs to be evaluated by taking it apart, looking at it, and seeing where the stuff is. If you look at the the TSB bulletin, it shows pictures of everything. There is one other condition that exists, and that's up to about 2016 model year cars, and it's not just Corvettes, it's a lot of cars. But it's a bad ground for the coil packs. It's an improper crimp on the grounding on the coil packs. So what this does is that if you have an improper crimp on the coil pack ground, the coil's not going to function properly, and you could get a bad spark and a misfire, and then obviously subsequently cause the catalytic converters to fail. So these are all things to check for, but if you have a 2017, I believe, or later model year car, this shouldn't affect you. It might be 2016, but I have to double check. So these are all things that are common, but chances are if you have a P0420 and or a P0430, then you probably have a catalytic converter. Usually if you have catalytic converter failures, one or the other code will set. Usually not both. It's kind of unlikely that both catalytic converters will fail at the same time, but it is possible. Anyways, just wanted to make this quick little video to explain that, because this is a failure that does happen from time to time, and there's very little information out there on it. So just something to know in case you come across it. Anyways, hope this helps. Good luck.